Hopefully things should be engaging here shortly. OBS is up, Restream is up.
Phone's vibrating because I'm going live.
Cool. Looks like YouTube is going
Notifications are out.
live.
Twitch is up. YouTube is starting up.
Looks like YouTube is
Notifications
going
are out.
live.
Twitch is up on YouTube. You can. There we go. They got the screens closed down. Now we are ready for the farming sim.
Looks like YouTube is going
Notifications are out.
live.
Twitch is up on YouTube. You can. There we go. They got the screens closed down. Now we are ready. They got the screens closed down. Anytime you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready. You ready? Hey guys, the TXStar back here, and I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Savvy. He's running around the farm somewhere here. I don't see him on the map.
The screens closed down. Anytime you're ready. Why not?
Okay. I'm ready. You ready?
I'm playing.
Hey guys, the TXStar back here, and I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Savvy. He's running around the farm somewhere here. I don't see him on the map.
The screens closed down. Anytime you're ready. Why not?
Okay. I'm ready. You ready?
What's new?
Hey guys, the TXStar back here, and I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Savvy. He's running around the farm. I'm here. Just a minute. I'm having a sound loop issue.
Anytime you're ready. Why not?
Okay.
Well, maybe should
I'm ready. You ready?
What's new?
Hey guys, the TXStar back here, and I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Savvy. He's running around the farm. I'm here. Just a minute. I'm having a sound loop issue.
Anytime you're ready. Why not?
Okay.
Well, maybe should
I'm ready. You ready?
What's new?
Hey guys. Okay, that should clean it up. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get canola going on this field. Since I find the correct buttons here. There we go. Alright, I got canola going on field 14. What you got going, Savvy?
Corn.
You got corn going down on which one's that? 23 again?
Yep.
Excuse me. Jump out of this. Oh, so we're down to $32,000 and dropping.
Why is that?
Seeding the field.
Well, I didn't hire a worker.
Oh, you're manually doing it?
Yep.
How? Yours is full of seed?
Actually, yeah, mine actually is.
This one's not. This one's empty.
Oh, I wonder how come mine's full of seed. But I am also not fertilizing.
See, I should
So
be
be
cultivating and seeding and maybe even fertilizing.
Yeah, these both fertilize. I just hired a worker for mine. And if I hit the, not that key, if I hit this key, okay, go over to the soil composition, add off. Yeah, ever since I started hiring a worker, started fertilizing the field. So, there's that.
Yeah, I see that little blue bar behind you now. So, hello, whoever's watching. Welcome to the live stream.
Welcome, welcome.
The other voice you're hearing in the sideground is a good friend of mine, Savvy. We've been playing off and on again, different games for a little over a year now.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a bunch of people are starting to join the stream. Welcome, welcome.
How much money do you have?
31.6 and dropping.
Let's see here. Let's buy. There's a Krone X disc 620 for 28,000. You should go buy that quick.
Where? Under which category?
Forage harvester header.
You want the Chrome what?
X disc 620.
X disc 620, you said?
Yep.
Done. You gonna go cut grass?
Yep.
That the game plan?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll manage the two fields being seeded right now while you're off doing that.
Well, you might have to help me here.
Let me help you.
Oh, never mind. I can hook up to this trailer. That's new.
No, that the Crohn's always had certain equipment it could hook to.
Yeah, well, the biggest trailer that I know that I could hook to was the those gray Feigle trailers, legal or whatever it is.
Ah,
Never seen the Crone Pit pull a bigger trailer.
yeah. It's random. It can't pull them all. You almost have to buy them all and just back up under them until you find what you can and can't connect to.
That's the last thing I found it out for 15. They must have changed it up.
Oh, I did the same thing. I made a side game and just cheated in money and just went down the list of who can and who can't. It's just like the same thing. Not all tractors can pull each seeder equally.
I mean, obviously, if you got more horsepower, you can pull the seeder better.
Well, I agree with that.
Oh, are you talking about the stat that they miss?
Well, that they miss, they
I
can't turn, or if you got one with a hill, it has more problems. But I agree with you. More horsepower does better. But you could
well,
easily
I
buy a 9 meter wide seeder and what in the world?
well, I did recognize that some of the tractors for different lengths did have different turning radiuses and would it go out to if you had missed more or less.
Yep. Hey Jack, how are you doing this evening? So I'm actually playing Farming Simulator when it says Farming Simulator.
F1 key and figure out what the heck's going on here.
I'm actually doing a lot better this evening, Jack. Last few days, or sorry, past 4 or 5 days, post surgery, I've had a little bit of issues. Um, I get to log in, maybe sit for an hour, talk to a couple of my friends online and chat, and have to say goodnight or something. So, actually doing a lot better this evening. So, Savvy's with me. He just took the harvester and I think headed off to the market to go buy the new um, grass head we just bought with what was left of our money before. As you can see, we're fixing to run out here.
Yeah, because I just had to have it.
Well, you're doing that because we have the machine. You're trying to put it to use and make more money. If nothing else, you can mow grass and take it in and sell it straight to the shed, and get us a little bit more money back. Helper
Well, you
D
do realize that this is
just.
only making chaff, right?
Oh, you're right. You got that machine.
All the tractors are busy, so I can't just cut grass and pick it up.
You're right. I thought that thing had a grass mowing head though.
It does. Just mix it into a chaff.
thinking back to when I was played Farming Simulator 11. It actually had a grass, and you actually got grass.
Well,
It
I
literally just
know
mowed it.
in 13 they actually had a big crone that would arms would like fold out and you just have this huge cut path.
Hmm We have this little bitty Hurleyman. You think it can pull the weeder by chance?
Early man.
Yes, we have a
Oh,
little.
that little tiny tractor.
Yes, the little bitty pipsqueak.
Can it pull the weeder? Yeah, it can. How much horsepower? I think it needs 90 some horsepower in order to pull it.
I don't know. I'm fixing to find out.
If not, you can cut grass with it and probably can't pick it up, but you can at least cut it.
You know, I prefer one of the larger tractors, a little bit more horsepower, but if this is what I got, this is what I got. I see a savvy.
So,
Beep beep. I forgot the. Is it the in key that's the honk button?
nope.
I forgot.
It's the 0 key.
Oh, never mind. I didn't need to find that on this little tractor.
Me.
That's about what it was. Beep beep. So anyone that's wanting to see, Savvy himself is actually streaming on his YouTube page. If you go to my YouTube page, he's one of my friends. You'll get a link over there. You can actually see the game from his perspective at the same time. If you want to see, each of our perspectives. And where am I going?
I think you're going crazy, and I'm driving.
Well, that didn't take much to figure out. I think I'm all the time halfway going crazy. Is that half of life though? Spend your younger years, your teenage years, and your younger adult career years going to school, learning all this stuff that we can just start forgetting it all as you get older.
Yep.
That way,
Which kind of makes me think about my classes. I'm kind of a little scared now. I'm in a class called College Tech Math 2. The first thing we started off with is trig. And how sine and cosine are like your x and y values, and
mm-hmm.
tangent is sine over cosine and stuff like that. And anyways, getting on the next couple semesters, I got to take a speech class, which is going to be awesome. And I'm going to take a physics class, a kinematics class, and a metallurgy class, the science of metal and how it reacts to heat and different types and all the little crystals it makes. There's actually a grain in it that's inside of the metal. It's just like math, 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 and more math. Oh yeah,
Yep.
and some writing. Gotta learn my ABDs again.
ABDs.
No, I'm actually shocked with how fast this trailer's filling up. But I remember running one of the big tractors with the little grass thing on the front and trailer on the back.
Mm-hmm.
The picker upper. I'm not sure which trailer is bigger than when I'm pulling the forge wagon. It seems like this is getting filled up a lot faster, but also there's a lot more horsepower and it's easier turning and it has a lot bigger head too. So
Well, that's good.
on the little grass patches, I'm actually going around. Getting here, and I am just finishing up my second lap, and I'm actually already full.
Cool. What fields were you circling?
Uh,
Oh, you're out there on
right by
that
the pigs.
out there on that grass field.
You know, every time I watch your videos and every time you cough like that, just weird because it sounds like it's almost something that's like editing gone wrong or something that like we like edited in like after the math.
hmm Well, I deliberately try to at least cover the mic a little bit. That way, I don't cough directly into the mic. Because unfortunately, I wear a headset with a microphone attached, so
Well, I
I
do
just can't
too,
yank my head
but
away. But if I really think about it and I have a chance, I'll try to reach for the mute button, push the mute button instead. That way, you get nothing. But half the time, it's easier and faster for me just put my hand between my mouth and the microphone real quick. Looks like whoever cultivated this field missed a little bit.
not it.
Oh, you're not gonna claim this, but you're not gonna let me live, seeding the entire field with the wrong crop.
LOL. You know, I didn't bring it up to today, but you did, so
I might as well just get it out there, get it over with.
oh, if it makes you feel better, I almost forgot about it.
Well, good. Hopefully, next video you will forget, unless you make a note.
Unless
I can see you doing that right now. You're writing it down on sticky notes, tapping it to your
you know what,
computer,
that's a very good idea. Hang on a second here. Should I write down Blue Star or TXStar?
whichever one you want. You knew and called me blue for over a year, so I have no doubt you're gonna keep doing it for a while now. Okay, so I fixed your Bobo on the weeding or the fertilization part with the weed eater, but I can't do the other weeding until we get time sped up. And this little tractor did okay as long as the ground was flat. So maybe this is all we need for the weeders. We just need small little tractors like this, maybe a little bit more horsepower.
Well, on my Let's Play, I think it was one of my last episodes, I just finally got rid of the all the stock tractors, that were high maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the cow tractor like we have in here, and I have big black Massey Ferguson, and I actually got rid of the little blue tractor that was the last two I go, and I got so used to running that thing around, I actually spent a little bit more money and bought another small tractor, mainly just for weeding. And I have a lot of small implements like my cultivator's tiny yet, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, my corn seeder's like really small. But the seeder I have for like everything else is actually the same seeder that we have in here. So just the cow tractor for that. Now I'm using the big black Massey Ferguson for because there's more horsepower.
Well, see, and that's the case, for fertilization or weeding or dragging the little cow trailer around or the animal trailer around. You don't need the big tractors. Why have the big stuff to do that? You save your big equipment to do the big end work, and keep the small stuff for the smaller task.
Yeah, and I found a tractor that was a lot cheaper on maintenance just because, well, for one, it's brand new and just out of the box, it was a better deal and a little bit more horsepower. And I'm like, yeah, let's run on this one. And yeah, I didn't really do much with it, but it works. One thing that really irritates me though is again, you can see this in one of my Let's Play episodes. It's like one of the early ones. I bought both of the flatbed trailers, because I was so excited about the straps,
Mm-hmm.
for the bales and everything. I drove some stuff on there, planned to haul it around with the semi, from farm to farm. And there's no straps, there's no chains. I'm like, really? No, I mean, I know that they actually had mods, that would kind of like lock it down. Like you just hit a key and it would just like lock down, but like nothing. That just it's like it kind of ruined it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because taking the early combine and tractor, going 20 some miles an hour,
Yep.
wasn't having it. But now I'm also editing my videos more, so I don't mind taking those long trips. I mean, it's just time out of my day, but edit that out from the final product now.
Yep.
Now that I started playing with that,
Oh, hello,
I can't.
Jonas. Welcome to the
Hello.
stream.
I can't wait to get my next video because that's going to be the first one that's heavily edited.
Yeah, that's something,
Next
man. You
episode.
That's something both me and you've both been trying to improve on. Is our editing techniques, our annotation techniques, or how to use social media more. So I've both been trying to work on that aspect. So. Jonas, the other voice you're hearing is actually a good friend of mine named Savvy. Seems how you're watching on YouTube. You can look at my homepage, and there's a link directly over to him. He's live streaming the
Yep.
same with me at the same time. So if you want to, catch both streams and see from two different angles, what he's doing, what I'm doing,
I have beacons on.
and we both appreciate subscriptions and follows and likes. So all the above makes us both happy.
Both happy and makes us motivated. So we'll put out more good content. We'll try to tweak our game a little bit and do what you guys like more. We'll make a better product here, but we don't know that if we don't get any info in. So
Yep.
right. And again, if we don't change anything, then well, there's also that.
True. True. True.
Either way, if you like the content, can always make more of it.
So the only field we got left is we probably got about, I'm gonna estimate 3 more passes on field 23 to finish it up, and then everything's gonna be seeded.
That didn't take that long, actually.
No, because we got the great big seeders. Got good equipment to pull it.
Now we're gonna make that corn into chaff, or are we gonna harvest it?
Either way.
Someone said that it's not worth it to harvest the corn, but when I kind of looked at it, I planted corn one time and I actually got more corn than wheat.
I think you do, but you also get a slightly less pay than you do for wheat.
Yeah, but that's like minimal.
hmm I
I
think
mean,
that
I think the trade-off is worth it. I mean, because
I
if it
think
was crappy, I mean, they would give you that like right off the bat, right?
yeah. Well, I think that's something ever since the very first farming simulator that came out is they've done a good match of yield versus cost. Like for instance, sugar beet. You plant a field of sugar beet, you can get sugar beets or potatoes forever, but the pay on it's like nothing. Um, where on like you plant a field full of wheat or barley, it's just covered and covered and covered. Wow. Hello everyone joining the stream.
So
Okay, back that tractor up. Yeah, we're on the last two passes for the planting of the corn. Trying to get the weeders set up here in stage, ready for their runs. So you told me once you already got one trailer load of grass for chaff. How are you doing on number two?
I'm emptying it right now.
Uh, you putting it down there in the bunkers?
Yeah. This gonna be a surprise for you, but
Yeah, I had a feeling what you were doing. Seems like
well,
yeah.
I'm already down here anyways, so
Well, and that's where we're gonna take most of it to sell it. You know,
well,
we may put a little bit down here just that we got some for the cattle, but we won't need a lot for the cattle.
and again in my oh, actually I hired a worker. I was wondering why it wasn't turning.
I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would let you hire a worker dragging the trailer.
I don't know.
Normally that was one of the glitches. You know, the Crone you could hire a hand to drive it, but you couldn't have a trailer connected to it. You had to go get a tractor and a trailer and chase him. But if you wanted to drive it yourself, you could drag a trailer with you. At least that's my experience. But you know,
But
they keep changing the games and changing the rules.
anyways, what I was gonna say is remember how last time we kind of spread our whole pile out over the whole bunker?
Mm-hmm. You keeping it all clumped together?
Calf.
Keeping it all
Hmm?
clumped together?
Well, instead of doing that, I'm gonna try something new, and I actually started doing this in my Let's Play also. Uh, just putting it all on like one end. The worst part about that is it kind of spilled out like on one of the ends, so I had to take the skid steer and clean all that up, and actually just used my conveyor belts and threw it back in there. But I figure, hey, that way you don't got to move your stuff as much. Then I was also thinking, I mean, I know that it weighs some, but what if you get the silage pusher? You know, instead of moving the belts for the whole time like how we did.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
But
what if
like
you
I said,
just
the only thing is about that is it has a loss.
yeah.
Hello, Leon. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing this evening? As you can see on the video, we're just about done with the seeding of this field here. Field, I think it's yeah, field number 23 with corn. So, and there we go. That finishes it up. I go park this seeder out of the way. Then we'll speed up time that we can get the weeders going to get the fields weeded.
Yep. What's the final count on the money?
Negative 4,000 right now.
Oh, that ain't no good.
I'm gonna have to cut your wages, just so you know that.
I'm getting paid.
Oh, oops. Okay, punching the clock up. Yeah, who just got paid $1,347?
Not I. How much you gonna get for the milk?
I ain't seen a milk delivery yet.
many cows do we even have? Like 5?
I don't know. You bought them.
I bought one because
Well,
I wanted to see if we would get another cow. You're like, no, we can't have just one. We gotta buy a bunch of them. Like, well, I want to know if the cows reproduce a asexually or not.
I think you bought one, then I went and got the other 5, so we have a total of 6 right now. And if I'm reading this right, they'll reproduce in 324. Oh, sorry, 273 hours.
Because they're not happy. They
Well, I
want
don't.
mixed rations and they want silage and
They have everything but power food. And there we go. So all that's set up. So now we need to get the. I can't see. Need to get the weeders going here.
they make it so it's light out.
Do what?
They should make it so it's light out because sometimes it's a little hard to see the darkness on the streams and whatnot.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
But you
And
might want to slow down the plant growth also.
actually, with it having to do all 3 stages, ooh, I will do that, but I have to do one thing first. I have to fix that one spot where we seeded and forgot to fertilize on this. Was it field 9 or something? 19,
Niner.
9 or 9er.
What about the field that I started planting?
I was able to fix it. I was able to take the weeder and go fix it.
Oh, and I got a viewer. Welcome, viewer. Somebody put this conveyor belt in my way.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's check here. Okay, I think it's fixed. Punching the clock back up. Get us to daylight. I think because each of the fields got to have what, at least 3 or 4 growth states. We should be able to pretty much get back to daylight.
Something like that.
Animal upkeep $240. Vehicle running cost $6,600. Milk sold $1,700. So now we're negative 9,000 in the hole.
No, I'm not used to backing up these trailers with something that has rear wheel steering.
I bet you that does make it for a challenge.
It does. The trailers turn a lot quicker.
Yeah, because I guess as soon as you move, it's an instant change in the pivot point.
I hate how I gotta switch over to the trailer every time though. Makes it a little bit annoying. Huh. Well, apparently on multiplayer, the chaff won't spill out
Oh,
like it
cool.
does on single player.
Well, that's good. I hate to say this, I don't really have a complaint against that.
No, but next time I do this, I might want to take off the header. There we go. So Eagle Shot wants to know where we're from.
Where we're from?
I am
Well,
from my mother. I am actually from Wisconsin.
yep. And I'm down in the Lone Star State of Texas. Yeehaw! Countrified hick. Being from Texas, I get to make fun of myself.
Yeah, well, you never saw a snowflake.
Yeah, I have. Matter of fact, I saw a snowflake Friday.
I
This,
see a snowflake. I see a snowflake every time I fart. It's so cold around here.
that was the thing that actually surprised me. When I was laid up Friday, not feeling that well, I got a text from my fiance telling me, hey, look outside, it's snowing. I'm like, dude, what? Walked to the window, looked outside, and I had to stare for a minute because they were little bitty, bitty, bitty. But as the day progressed, they got slightly bigger. It never actually got cold enough for the ground to freeze and for it to stick. So, okay, it's daylight. Slow time back down.
So Eagle Shot says that I sounded Canadian,
You sound the Canadian. Oh,
and that's what everybody says.
he kind of might do. Got to put some of that
Well, from where I used
accent
to
or something
live,
in.
it was like Canada was about 5 hours north yet. I'd probably have a closer sound closer to the Yoopers, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so this is kind of weird. Off in the distance, it looks like all the grass is fully grown, and a few feet in front of my harvesting head, it actually like switches up, saying, "Oh hey, you a cut here." It doesn't really
Mm-hmm.
big difference because you sped up time, so I can still harvest it. I'm just not getting as much grass, so
Yep. It happens from time to time. Cool.
yeah, we're playing on the farming sim, what what's the map called? Blue or TXStar?
Oh,
I threw underneath the bus there, didn't I?
yeah,
I was gonna say it,
it's
then I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to say it.
it's the Russian map Sosnoska.
Yeah,
It's
that sounds pretty good.
best I can do. Unfortunately, the only real language I know is English, and half the time you can question whether or not I really know it. So,
But yeah, we figure we'll stream this because everybody and their brother's probably streaming the other map. And even though this map wasn't 15,
yep.
figured do something a little bit different, see what the textures are like in this map. Both of our Let's Plays, though, which are on YouTube, we're both on the Gold Crest. We each have a separate Let's Play.
It's Brad M73. What's up, Brad?
Oh, Mr. Brad. What is Brad watching on?
He just pinged me on YouTube. So, should we ask him the multi-million dollar question?
Uh, I don't know what that is.
See if he's willing to launch the game and maybe sneak a peek in here and run around a little bit?
I think he's too scared to.
Well, I just did. Do you want to come in? Might have a bonding issue because I don't know if he's updated his mods on his game or not. Ah. He said he'd love
Oh, he
to, but he
got
just
his,
got home from the store.
oh, I was gonna say, oh, I don't want to because I just got done streaming.
You never know about him.
Yeah, what? I'd say that Brad's a pretty good streamer and YouTuber. You guys should go in and check him out too.
Yep. He's actually been a great help for, myself getting kick-started in the YouTube world. I pester him with questions all the time, asking him stuff, how to get, my OBS software. I had a problem with it last night. I had to pester him about how to
Yep,
get
and
him
that same here.
how to get him to interrupt whatever he was doing just to help me from making dumb mistakes again.
If it wasn't for Brad, then I wouldn't be doing this, period.
Yep. So yep. Thanks a lot, Brad. We'll give you a shout out. You deserve it.
Yep. Everybody go find him. It's Brad M73.
I think he's one of like 3 people watching me right now.
I think I only got one person watching me, but you know how the thing that doesn't update, right?
Yeah, it's a little slow.
So for all I know, I could have 150,000 people watching me, even though I don't think that's right. Helper C has completed his task.
Yep. Field 14's done weeding. Moving on to the next field. If I don't unfold.
We're coming to the fun part again.
You just got about get that thing full again.
Yeah, I gotta back up the trailer. Gonna go push that conveyor belt more.
How's the other one doing? Wow, I figured that other one would be done weeding that field by now.
The little tractor.
No, the big one. I put the I forgot the big green tractor we have on field 23, and hired a hand to run the weeder. And then I jumped on the little one, and field 14 is complete, and it looks like the other one's barely 2 or 3 passes down. And no, I can see it from now. It's finally coming in camera view. It's further than it looks. I don't think the mini map's doing it justice.
Oh, I'm hitting a little bit of a leg spike here. I am like super concentrating right now. It is actually a little bit easier. I'm not even all the way in the bunker yet, but already it's easier to back it up without the head on it.
Yep.
Maybe it's just because I had practice.
Hey, Lise. Welcome to the live stream.
Oh, don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck. There we go. Yeah, with this rear wheel steering, it's easier to parallel park some against the wall too.
True. I'm actually trying to save money and going to go ahead and weed this field myself. Seems how we are at 9K in the hole. Cocoa Puffs. I don't think I've had Cocoa Puffs since I was like 9. Wow.
They made them back then.
Yes, Savvy. Believe it or not, a lot of stuff that exists today was back around when I was a kid.
can't believe how nice it is to the silage in the bunker like this versus the single player.
The fact it's not spilling out.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if that's unique to multiplayer, or is that unique to this map?
That's a good question.
Brad, you cannot even speak about age. You're older than me. You don't have to worry about age. Every time my dad talks about being old, I tell him, the story, that God said let there be light, and he reached over and threw the light switch.
Oh, they're talking about the Bible story, or
Yes.
okay, I don't know if there's like an actual family story there.
No, no, no. You know how it is when you grow up as a kid. You always got that elderly or that person in your life that would talk about, calling you a young whippersnapper, and we've yet to live our lives. We don't really understand, or something like that. We all dealt with it growing up from somebody. So that was something I came up with when I was a teenager, and I never let Dad live it down. Or the other time I think it was one of my older brothers that did it to him. My dad actually grew out his beard, and we nicknamed him Papa Smurf because he had a red hat on one day. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Looks like I just gained a couple of viewers out there on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Oh, wow.
What?
Brad just commented, we were talking about age and stuff, and Brad's comment says, I had a fart one time that scientists now refer to as the Big Bang.
Brad and his fart jokes. I must have another viewer. Hello, Steve.
Welcome, Steve, to the live stream. How's that one doing down there on 23? Looks about almost 2/3 the way done.
I've actually lost count of how many trailerfuls I picked up.
Doesn't it tell you how much is in the bin? Not percentage-wise,
Probably.
but that, and you could get a rough estimate by calculating it. Oh, wait a minute, that's right. You'd have to do math.
I'd have to be over there too.
Oh. True enough.
I didn't think about it until after I left, and almost halfway full now. Steve says, how's it going? Well, the grass is green on this side of the fence, so I'd say pretty decent.
I hope the
I'm just
grass
saying
is
that because
green.
I've just been saying that because for the last I don't know how many minutes I've been staring at grass and chaff and trees, going about 9 miles an hour.
Okay.
My fancy flashing beacon lights.
That's field number 2 done weeding. So how'd your stream go this evening, Brad? I didn't get a chance to catch it. I know I stayed with you last night until you died.
I know I watched Red stream the whole 3 hours.
I had to get some sleep. I was tired from everything yesterday and just had things to get done today. So
Oh, I slept for I don't know how many hours. I I was out at about 3:30 and didn't wake up until, I don't know, like 1 maybe. Even then, I, stayed in bed and was playing on my phone and whatnot.
Cool.
I really am shocked with how fast this trailer fills up, though. Then again, the only thing I have to reference it is either putting corn in it uh, or the forage wagon stuff.
I think doing any of
And
the chaff fills it up.
I think I'm basing off of like the forage wagon because it has such a small head on it, and just I think it's a slower process too. I think you're only, oh, I don't know how fast that tractor goes. All I can tell you is I'm doing about 9 now, so I am mowing with a forage header. Big crone out here. I just pretty much as soon as we got on, Blue was like, "Oh, hey, we have 32,000 and going down." I'm like, you know what? I'm bored because these tractors are just going to be sitting here seeding. So I'm like, hey, why don't you buy this so I can go pick up grass? Because all the big boy tractors are busy.
And we're almost getting done with the weeding process.
Oh yeah, there's a. Gonna stop this here for a little bit. Show you here's the actual harvesting stuff. Go to the forage headers, and you actually got the one here that will pick up straw or anything that's in like a hedgerow. Like even if you cut grass and lay it down. Uh, a couple headers here that will actually cut grass. We'll cut up the soybeans, canola, wheat, barley. We'll actually make chaff, and then of course you got the corn heads. And also for the New Holland, you got one for Popple that actually just makes wood chips. That's about it. He wants to know what map this is.
This
Blue?
is the Russian map, and you're doing this to me again. That I
Yes,
have
on
problems
purpose.
pronouncing, but best I can do is Sosnoska. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, and I apologize now, but at least I'm trying. You just chicken out and say it's the Russian map and go on.
Skaznovka or something like that. I'm not seeing the actual word, so I can't.
You know,
I'm just making a guess.
don't worry. Brad and Lee's both can pronounce it better than we can. We might have to get them say it and just record it.
User joined your channel.
Sosnovka.
User left your channel.
Thank you, Brad.
The best part about that is there's actually a deep delay, you know, before he actually sees it. So that was, yeah, that kind of made my day.
Nah, it worked out pretty good.
You can't rate that stuff, that timing. Steve says it is his favorite map.
I think this was one of the better maps that they planned and they organized when they built it. So looks like the timing's going to be pretty close on getting all four fields weeded at the same time.
Tell you what, this thing does not like backing trailers up the hill.
You having problems backing up the trailer again?
Uh, and just a little bit. You've got. You want to take a guess on how much you got in there?
I'm gonna estimate you've probably got at least 6 to 7 in there, so you should be at least 12, 13% of those bunkers over
Nope.
there. No.
I was going to for the actual amount.
Oh. I don't know. How big's that tipper you got? Its max capacity?
No idea. I could look it up, but I should have looked at it before I emptied it.
That one has a grand total of 40,000. So $280,000, roughly.
No, 200,000 even.
So it means you only got 5 in there. You only got you only got 5 loads in there then.
And it's sitting at about 9%.
Yeah, it wasn't too far off on percentage either. I said
Nope.
what, 12?
Yep.
If you had those other 2 loads in there like I expected you already have done. Yeah, pretty close. I just finished weeding field 19. Looks like the tractor's already on the last pass for 23. Okay, just finished up. So all fields are
All
weeded.
right.
Punching the clock up, or the time, however you want to refer to it.
Are they fully fertilized?
Yes, they are. If you want to look at the map and verify, make sure I didn't make a mistake.
Steve says that he would rather watch me cut grass than new weed.
Well, the weeding process is done.
I don't know, either this trailer or maybe the next one. Probably the next one. I'll take a trip out there by the farm. Besides, I mean, it's not like I'm going back and forth. Well, except for like right now, I kind of am. You're always seeing different landscapes and whatnot. There's actually one map that I haven't played a whole lot on. No, I bought the gold package in 15.
Well, when Gold came out, you had a lot going on. You were re-registering for school and go in between jobs, and
I'm not sure. That was a long time ago.
it was last year. I remember.
Well, yeah, it was last year because that's when it all happened. But for the time frame of gold, I don't know. I forgot when that DLC came out. I know that October is when 17 came out.
October's about when all of them come out, because it
Yep.
was the end of October. I remember it. The release day of the Gold was literally my last day of that hitch. I was working, and I remember coming home, and it was a race on the download on all of us that was downloaded early that evening.
And I know I was there and I think I did something, but I ended up getting home early and trying to make a few episodes to get ahead of you and Brad and whoever else. And
Brad was recording before we all knew it.
uh, on gold, I'm not sure. On 17, yes, that's a given because he got like a week early.
I know he was done recording episode 1 by the time I got it downloaded and got in my very first play. So I remember that because I think we started the download about the same time, but his internet was better than mine at the time and beat me on the download. But there was a lot of us on when that happened.
I know I did a let's play on it, but I didn't get very far. The
Okay.
current one is like my longest one by like 20 episodes. I think I got up to episode 33 or something re-recorded.
Oh, that's right. This is canola. I can't use straw swath. I'm like, why is it not working?
Oh, you're harvesting over there,
Yep.
right?
So the question is do we turn 23 into corn and save the corn and sell it, or do we turn it to silage?
How are the cows doing on silage?
I don't know. Silage, they're currently at 13,000, so I'm going to say close to 95%. Rough estimate.
I know we got a little bit of silage in that bunker.
In the bunker over here.
Yeah.
I thought
Remember
I thought that's chaff that we didn't
Oh
we just
yeah,
pushed back
that's
in
what I
there.
meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Hey Steve, thanks for the
Oh,
thumbs
Steve
up.
found you. Also got two Steves in there.
Steve Benson.
Yep. Mr. Bunsen.
So this would be a great time for everybody. Give us both thumbs up and likes.
Like
But
Spike.
he says the same one, Savvy.
Yeah. After we said his last name, I kind of figured that.
Thank you, Steve. We both appreciate subs and likes and any other thing that can help us promote our channels.
Especially the sandwiches, the sub sandwiches.
Sub sandwiches. He's sending you sandwiches? Excuse me? Wait a minute.
Oh, don't get stuck.
I think that has been a great addition, Steve, to the game. The new Matsy harvesters, Matsy tractors. It's definitely a vast improvement from when I started playing back in 11. Everything was lizards and doots. That's all there was. Lizard harvesters and doots tractors. I'm probably pronouncing that name wrong too.
The what name?
The doots.
Yep, Doots.
Doots. I think 15 was a lot of people's first. I know, Brad started back in 13. Savvy, you found it in 13, didn't you?
Yeah, I was watching Stockholm Lost, but then I was on console. Then I went to the PC, and 15 was my first version on PC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know back on 11, I refused multiplayer. I absolutely refused to play multiplayer. For one simple fact is I joined one person's multiplayer one time and realized that there was no safety precaution in the game other than restarting your game. Someone had logged in the person's game and literally drove every piece of equipment they could get their hands on straight in the river. I'm like, not playing multiplayer for that, because you could be all the way across the map and someone got into your game. In 13, that's when they added the vehicle reset button, and would let you select which vehicle you wanted to reset.
Ah.
11, the only way to get your equipment back out of the water was to sell it at 50% of the cost. So, yeah, it took about half a minute. Okay, this is going to be fun trying to get through here. But it was also in 13s when they introduced the, what was it, the maintenance cost on the vehicles in the game.
I couldn't tell you because that was the one I started out on. Even
Yeah,
though I do have E11, but I just never played it.
yeah, 13's one that had that, because I had I forgot who it was, but he caught me trying one day. I just made a multiplayer map checking it out. First day I had the game, and he came in and gave me some suggestions. I really forgot who it was, but mentioned it to me. Hey, you got, because you started 13 with what, like three of the three of the little bitty tractors that really couldn't pull nothing. That was spread across the map.
On what map?
True.
because I remember that there was two TXStars, the big green tractors, and there's another tractor there too. I remember that there's like a green and gold tractor in the Westbridge Hills.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about the green tractor with the yellow roof, the Baher, I think.
Yeah, there's that, but then there's also the two TXStars or whatever.
Yeah,
That little
you're
that
talking
little
about the
red
American map,
combine
the
that
Westbridge Hills.
yeah, he had that little red combine that whenever you open it up, it would squeak at you. That was annoying.
Yeah, the first map was my Hagenstead, I believe is the original map, and you started with I think it was the Sam open cab tractor. You started with the Baher, and then you had three of the little, I forgot what they were called, but the three little bitty tractors that they really couldn't pull nothing. Like I said, um, they barely had enough horsepower to drive themselves around the map. Um, so you started with all that equipment. You couldn't afford to buy another field. You couldn't really do anything, but you had all that equipment just sitting there, eating maintenance costs if you kept it all. If you didn't quickly get rid of most of it, you were already, especially if you were playing hard mode. If you were playing hard mode and kept all that equipment, that's also the same generation when they introduced placeables. The bee houses, the solar panel, the windmill. So I have field 14 harvested, working on field 15 right now. I'm gonna have to go get another tractor and empty this guy.
What you gonna empty it with?
Oh, I got the big semi. More than enough to empty it.
Oh yeah,
Full
and
of,
you got the gravity box down here too. Oh, and I can pull the forge wagon too now. Again on my Let's Play, I actually played with the I actually hired a worker. I actually played with the first uh forge harvester when it goes on the front of the tractor.
mm-hmm.
Kind of funny because I mean I used to just kind of go and pull a trailer behind it, and then all of a sudden it wasn't working right. And turns out you can actually take that, put it on the front of your tractor, hire a worker, and follow him. So I kind of did a little field with that, and then my big field down by the cows over there I actually did that whole field, but I edited most of that out. Actually actually cut the episode short and just did it all off of screen.
So the question is, are we gonna keep filling that one bunker? Or are you gonna go ahead and cover it because it's over 10% now and smash it, compact it in, start working on another bunker?
No idea.
Okay.
Well, this is kind of neat.
No.
I hired a worker for the crone on the forge wagon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually out in a different tractor right now.
Okay.
Somewhere, I don't remember if I got around to putting it up on YouTube or if it's hiding away in my files somewhere. I actually have some footage of a guy that was turning corn into silage,
Oh,
hooking
and
up the
really?
wagons, and like the tractor would be pulling a wagon by him, or he would go hook up to a wagon when the tractor was running.
Ah.
But anyways, to answer your question, he's going on his own, filling up that forage wagon. I'm actually driving by him with the other tractor, and he's not throwing it in there. So.
So the crone has got a hired helper and he's dragging a trailer.
Yep.
How's he know where to turn?
He's going straight so far.
Like, it's not like he's in a field definition.
Well, I said I'm going straight, and he's so far didn't have to turn yet. So. I don't know if he's even gonna make it there because that thing is looking pretty full. I got a little bit further to go and to see what happens. Well, let's see what happens. Right, I'm not driving them. Hands are off the keyboard. Wow, he's trying hard to make that turn. We got tires off the ground over here.
So is he turning back into the field?
Yeah.
That's what it is he thought he thinks he's on the field. You had him just close enough to the edge. He was actually like trimming the edge of it. Bet you's how he
I'm
did
not
it.
sure what he's doing because I was driving through the field, not cutting anything.
Uh-huh.
Make another loop.
Because there's no grass.
No, I'm actually doing corn.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Well,
Trailer's 94% full. I made another loop. Putting the header down. He didn't miss anything. Wasted a little bit on the side, so his next time he comes down, he might miss a little bit, but.
so he did a weird like figure 8 turn.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You should check it out. It's about an hour, 20 minutes in.
Okay.
And now the trailer's full, and he actually stopped. Hey, my buddy, Mr. Zev Perky is on there.
Well, welcome to the live stream.
If I hit the right buttons here. Why is this not working? That was weird. I had to get out of the tractor for a bit. So how's Mr. Zeb doing? And for anybody that's watching, Zeb Perky there is actually a part of like a startup company called Doddles, and he has his own YouTube channel. And yeah, I'd say it's worth to check out. Oh, he's going to bed soon. What's bed? Let's see. Let's do try number 2 with the other trailer. See what the hired worker does. Oh, he's going at her.
Whoa.
So Zeb is one of those guys at the dog park that brings his dog over, but he hasn't done that in forever. So I got to yell at him for that. But keeping you might end up seeing him in one of my videos with my little Gillyberts. Try to make videos of a little bit about everything. I am kind of wondering what would happen if we hooked a semi-trailer up to the Crone, or if we even can.
Probably with a dolly.
Yeah.
Just like you have to do for the tractors.
So if you hurry up, Blue, or TXStar, the Crone's gonna make a turnaround. Oh, he took down a lot easier. Probably shorter turning radius than the trailer I'm hauling. That, and I gave him some extra room because when I came over here, I just made that first cut. This is something kind of neat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got a tractor not being used. Yeah, we got the cow skin tractor.
Yep.
Are you using the forge wagon trailer?
Yep. You need it?
Well, I have field 19 here being harvested, and it's dumping the straw swaths on the ground. I parked the semi down there for you, near the corner of the map for you.
All right. Want to come get this tractor then?
Okay.
While you're in there, you should hook that other trailer, but that's no big deal. Yeah, just go and cut through all the corn. Yeah, just go do that.
Close your eyes.
So what's going on over at the other fields?
The other fields 14 and 15 are completely done and idle. Field 19's being harvested right now. And now that you let me have this tractor and the forage wagon, I'm start picking up the straw here off of field 19. Okay.
All right.
If I would remember to put the piece down, I thought I pushed the button for that, but I guess I missed. It's probably because I didn't pick it up from when I got it from you.
Oh, and there's chaff in there. You probably emptied that out though.
True.
Oh, your combine's empty.
Guys, I'm going to respectfully ask this once. Please watch your language, and I do not spam your channels. Please do not come into my live stream and spam here. I shouldn't have to be asking this, but please be respectful.
Here's a question and a half. I know
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to do it, but nope. I was wondering if I could hire a worker for the semi. But I wasn't
Hire a
having
worker
it.
to draw the semi? Probably not.
No, I tried. I mean, I figure even if it just went straight, you know, get this nice long stretch.
Did you empty the Massey Ferguson for me? Or no?
Combine, yes, I did.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm going to throw it the wrong way. Yeah, I was tabbing around trying to find the other tractor, and I saw that, so I'm like, yeah, I'll fix that for him.
Thank you, thank you.
Get off the field here. I'm tapping around. I see you getting close to the little guy, so get working. Missed a bunch.
Who, me?
Yep. Oh, we're up to 3 viewers now.
Cool.
Yep. So did you guys ever hear of a fidget cube?
Fidget cube. Can't say I have. I personally haven't.
Oh, well, they're on Kickstarter. I saw ads for it on Facebook and whatever, and basically it's for people with anxiety. And what it has are like these like three little gears on one side. It's like a little inch by inch by inch cube. It has like these little gears kind of turn on their side that can turn over, and the same side it has like a little ball that I can play with and click. Next side has like a joystick that can go all over the place. Next side has like this flat piece that with a little ridge that can turn around, and a breathing stone. And for whatever reason, my screen switched over. Also, there's like you know how you got five on like a dice? You have some buttons that are set up like that to actually click. I don't know if you can hear that. And what's going on here?
Uh, sorry, I'm trying to read chat a little bit.
Oh, well, my screen just keeps on going off the game. And everything it has is like a little breathing stone thing. And also like a little switch. Kind of neat. Phone on Kickstarter, I'm not sure if it's on there yet, but start sending them out.
Blake, I actually play on PC. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to catch some other things.
Oh, my buddy Roger's on here. Mr. Scania King on Twitch.
Cool.
You can also find him on YouTube. Not sure if he's still doing stuff on there or not, but
See if I can pick up these little bitty pieces you were complaining I was missing.
no, one thing that I like to see that's kind of interesting is if you notice on a lot of these bigger trailers, they actually have wheels that help you turn. Like on this semi trailer, the back wheels turn and the front wheels turn. Kind of help the oh crap, I just come over. To help the trailer turn. I kind of would like to see one of those in real life to see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
No, that and a forage wagon. That's one thing I never saw. I mean, even though I do some farm stuff every once in a while, I just never saw that.
Okay, looks like the Matsy just finished up, so we'll get him out of the
There's a
way.
guy by the name of XTV said, "LL, found you. Just watched your friend."
Yeah, he was just over here chatting with me.
And I wish that we were on PS4 so it could help us out with our channels. Not really sure on what he means by that.
Well, it's that way we could do collaboration work.
Oh,
You know, right now me and you're both playing because when we're able to play together because we're on PCs, I think we can't play with people on PS4s, nor can they play with us. I think that
nope.
the systems are separated that way. It's about the
Okay,
only thing we can do
so,
is sub to each other and watch each other's videos.
so here's a question. How come I can dump chaff outside of the silage pit over here, but not by the other area?
Uh, that's a good question, and sounds like you need to talk to Giants about that one.
Bakes TV says, I mean, ask your buddy if we can both feature each other, and I subbed to him, and do you, if you guys would like to do the same, we could probably definitely do that if we can find you.
I don't have a problem. And we actually got his YouTube name right there with him messaging us.
Yep.
So, once we're done with the live stream and able to shut things down and open our browsers up, we can look at doing. I'm always interested in catching other channels and seeing what everybody else finds. That's the one thing about this game is, me and you may have our play styles, but there's, 900 different ways to approach some of this stuff.
Yep. One of the gauges in the semi-truck work.
Well, I have some good news, Savvy. I sold that very first Forge Wagon load of straw, and we made just a little over $3,800 off of one trailer load. So, and now I'm back up to 52%.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, King, how are you doing? I don't know, Sav. You think it's about time for another like spike?
Yep, it's always time for a like spike.
If I push the right combos of buttons here. Ooh, that didn't count. I must have backed in the wrong spot. There it goes. As far as what's up, King, just being savvy, enjoying playing a little game, chit-chatting. Another $2,000 right there for that roughly 50% of a trailer load. You bring the harvester in for me, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, this is full. So the question is, you gonna change the head and pick up a little bit of corn while we're at it, or no?
Yeah, it's almost already switched over.
Oh, see, I didn't know you
It
there.
seems like in this game, 17 versus 15, you got a little bit smaller of a hitbox to get the headers on.
Eh, probably. I really hadn't noticed much of a difference, but I have had a little bit more difficulty getting some of the stuff to attach sometimes.
Yeah, for me, it's mainly just the headers.
The one thing that is weird now is, they made this more realistic. When you dump it in the silage pits, it'll actually make little mountains in here.
Yeah, I like it and I hate it. I think for the one by the farm over here, that we should probably get that silage pusher. The other one, I don't think we really need it, but over here we always seem to struggle. But yeah, I mean, I bet you it's something in the like when we went to go dump our silage, we had to dump our silage on the grass pit before it picked it up with the conveyor belt. So I wonder if there's something over there to where you just can't dump it on the concrete. That's probably why it's not taking it. Or why it's
I'm not
spilling
sure.
out, I should say.
Come on, come
Yeah,
on,
the
come on.
gears on this little arm here. That's kind of neat. Lost her.
Hello, welcome to the live stream.
Oh, Scania King said he's coming over on YouTube to bug me now.
Ah, yeah, that's where he got me.
He first started out coming over here on Twitch. Actually, in admin or moderator, whatever they call it over there. Over here, he's not though. And this trailer is full. Oh.
Okay, it's a hatch
How much
coming
money
close.
How much money do we actually have?
Negative $5,700 is still counting up. I can't close the back of the trailer. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I've ran into that too. Just drive a little bit.
There it
Make sure
goes.
that yeah, you gotta make sure that it's on the stop unloading or whatever it is.
Hello, I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Hopefully I don't mess up. Jensen, welcome to the stream. Oh, guess the harvester's waiting for someone to get in position.
Huh, it's not letting me empty out this trailer.
I had that problem in certain spots too. I had to reposition.
I hopped out of the truck and got back in.
There's like a great big hole in the middle of the thing.
I think it
So-
wants you to dump it out across and not just back up to it, I found. But I do know that when I back up and kind of push it up the hill, it does kind of stop sometimes, but...
You said this Chrome harvester goes 9 miles an hour?
It goes 6.
Ah, okay.
It goes 6 in corn and 9 miles an hour in,
With the
grass.
grass chaff.
Yep. I think it does 20s in the, you're picking up the, draw.
Not sure, Neff. Neff just asked me if anyone's playing Farming Simulator 15. I personally don't know anyone that's still playing Farming Simulator 15. I still have it, but I haven't played it since what? September? Maybe the early part of October?
Oh, Blue's gonna be mad at me.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
But it's your fault.
My fault.
Yep.
How's...
And good night, Roger. I also have school in the morning, but I don't know. I don't want to go. But at least mine starts a lot later. Mine got to be a lot more smarter and much glitter. Gonna go to school and learn my ABDs again.
Much gooder.
Yep, much glitter.
Oh, wow.
You know what the scary part is? I'm going to school for engineering.
Oh, I pulled too far. I pulled away too soon.
Oh, another starting tractor in 15 that I couldn't think of is actually the one I'm driving, that little one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a starting one in 13 too.
Which one?
The little dudes.
Oh, the little dudes.
Yep.
I think they try to keep, some tractors around, for like legacy sake, just because they've had them in all the other previously versions. That's why I think, we'll always have a Dutz tractor. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm a part of like a farming sim community on Facebook too, and it's funny, all the council people are basically begging for John Deere's and for mods and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one time, this one guy just got angry and yelled at a bunch of people, and like, John Deere's never coming to farming sim. Apparently they discussed that earlier because I don't know, the licensing with John Deere to get their tractors is way more expensive than what John Deere wants to use.
You mean
You know,
Giants?
and if they do get them, then is that gonna increase sales of the game? I kind of doubt it.
I don't know. Just my personal intake of the John Deere tractor, and a lot of people want it just because John Deere's big and it is well known. I think the holdups with that is John Deere releasing and letting rights go, because I do know John Deere was trying to make their own version of their own game.
I know, but wasn't that like a long time ago?
I personally don't know. I didn't keep track of it, so.
Because
But
I used to play this one game called John Deere American Farmer, and that was when you didn't drive the tractors or anything, you pretty much just managed the farm. And I also know that they came out with a second one, and which is basically the same style. And I also seem to remember a third one where you actually do drive tractors. Now that I think about it, I only found that once.
yeah, I personally don't know. I don't know any of the legalities or stuff that's behind that, or if any negotiations, because I don't know. I've never actually got to talk to a Giant representative or a John Deere representative about if they are talking, if they're negotiating. I think to some people, it'll make them happy to see John Deere tractors in here on Farming Sim, but I don't know if it'll make killing a killing difference.
I don't think it will.
So, oh, hello, Northern Gamer. Let's see. Is there any way I can do a co-op with you guys to promote our channels? Maybe that's possible negotiation. I'm all about doing what I can to help not only promote myself but promote others that I can get along with and play with. I do know one of the issues that Savvy and I are facing is I'm actually hosting this game, this version of the game, on my personal laptop that I play on. So not only do I have to be able to handle the load for the game server, but at the same time my system's having to pull the stream off. So, and Savvy's already getting me some reports of sometimes having latency issues. I don't know how it is tonight.
Sometimes it's going into red. When it goes into red, it's over a 100 ping. Since you started talking, I've been kind of watching it, except for when I turned around and just now I had some that were over 100, but I've been hanging around the 50s, 60s for ping. There's also another thing that we should try. We should find a way to get me that save game over here and see if my internet would be a little bit better for it. And
See what happens. Let you host it.
Oh.
See what happens if you host it instead.
Yeah, and plus, because I'm running a full-on PC here, and you got a laptop.
Yeah, we'll probably try that for our next time we can get together live stream. I'll see if I can get you the save game when we're done here. Let you host the next one.
And anyways, to our conversation earlier, Roger said that one was introduced in 15. I don't know if he's talking about the John Deere. I'm assuming he is. I don't remember that though. And he also said that Drive Green was like 06 or something. I do know it was a long time ago when I saw it, and I was just looking for a new version of my my John Deere American Farmer one, because those old games you gotta from your childhood that you kind of get the craving to play again. But yeah, he said that it was trash.
Yeah. So the easiest way I can answer your question right now, Northern Gamers, that's something Savvy and I both are sounding a little bit interested in. We just got to make sure our systems can handle it. So it's something we can talk about and message. If you want to shoot me a message, and we'll try to chat a little bit more. I don't know how to do multiple messages through the YouTube. Do you, Savvy?
Gonna be honest, I wasn't really listening. I was watching some on my tractor. Wanna run that by me again?
How to send multiple messages, like private messages. I know you can send just a message to someone through YouTube.
We can. Maybe we can get them on one of our talking sites and do that.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna broadcast channels because one, me and you don't own the TeamSpeak we're in, so we don't have permission to just invite anyone in.
Roger also said that, have you guys considered getting a server? And the answer is yes, but with Blue and or TXStar, and we both been working and going to school for kind of a sporadic schedule, so we didn't think it would be. Plus, we wanted to try this out. Without it, so. What was that?
Nothing. I'm almost
I'll
making.
just back it all the way in as far as you can and dump it. I'd actually go from the other side to try to fill in all those holes. You know what? I'm 2 for 2 now. You know what's wrong with this picture here?
No.
Somebody didn't weed these fields before I cultivate it.
Yeah. Sounds like you didn't.
Yeah, I caught that when I was halfway through the other one, and then I did something else, and I'm like, oh, I'll go cultivate that one too. Well, we can still weed it, but we got to do it all manually then.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
So did you stop cultivating and weed it now, or
no? No. Still cultivating.
He just mentioned to me that I just built an incredible PC that will run a server and to stream while still running 30 FPC. I have a ASUS 970 gaming motherboard and 8-core processor, 8 gig MSI video card, 16 gigabytes RAM. So it sounds like he's got a pretty decent system built.
Well, that's something we're kind of talking about for Minecraft too, is kind of getting a server. You know, we kind of got one now, but or even this, and I got computers that are just sitting around. I mean, with really good processors, but crappy graphics cards, and I probably wouldn't mind just to set one up and leave it running.
Yeah, well, I don't really think, mine's completely just computer for me. I think a lot of mine's also internet based too.
That's what I think yours is.
Speaking of which, I totally forgot before we started streaming tonight about my notice warnings I've been getting from my internet company that I'm overusing my data limits.
Yeah, did you ever get that fixed, or?
No, but I have a feeling that tonight's stream will be the third and final straw, and I expect my internet bill to go up.
Well, my internet is through Time Warner, and only Spectrum just bought them out, and then I heard rumors of Comcast buying Spectrum. So, and I just heard a bunch of horror stories about Comcast, so with their customer service.
Hmm.
So, well, yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Okay, Northern. Me and Savvy will get together, when we're done with the stream, and I'll jump over personally and take a look at your channel. Oh wow, I did not realize which tractor you had hooked up here. Oh man. Come on, tractor, let's go.
Is that thing full?
No.
Oh, as much as I want to watch you struggle, I wouldn't do that.
This isn't.
Anya says good night, and I'm gonna say good night to him again.
Good night, Scania. I forgot which trailer this was. This is the one with that blow-off loader piece on it, or whatever it is.
Yep. So you gotta go over here, the other way that I'm facing, get it parallel park it in between these trees, and get the pipe to come out far enough through those metal bars. You wanna know a little secret?
Put it into another trailer.
Not worth it. Oh yeah, go ahead and try to put it in my trailer.
I ain't trying to put it in your trailer. I'm just turning around here and parking it somewhere. I didn't realize which trailer this was until after it's.
So, after hearing all that, can you guess on what I did?
I have no clue. I'm getting an alarm.
An alarm.
Oh, I guess I pushed the wrong button on the crone here. I figured I'd let the harvester finish up, so I turned off the crone. Did you weed field 19 before you started seeding?
Nope. And I got a trailer stuck.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do here.
Welcome back, Neff. That should not be spraying in there. Should be like a complete mess.
Don't you have silage in that trailer?
No, it's empty. What in the world are you doing?
I am doing things.
I will ignore the camera and go do my own thing over here.
And we're free. What I do the exact same thing again.
Seriously?
No, I'm flirting with it though. I like to back. I'm so used to backing the trailer up that little silage hill that yeah.
What'd you do? Savvy,
What?
what'd you do?
Nothing. I actually did that to someone where I stopped the forage harvester and folded up everything. I just sat in there and that person was kind of irritated because he couldn't get in or because it kept on stopping for him and whatnot. And yeah, I just did that, and he's like, "Oh, I can't get in." I was like, "Oh, savvy." But here I was actually trying to keep it going, but somebody had the header highlighted instead of the thing.
Well, who's the one that started that on this field?
You?
Think again.
Candy King?
Oh, okay. Sure. Next you're gonna blame Brad, aren't you?
I was gonna blame him first.
Thanks, Neff. Appreciate the subscription or the scribe. How do you pronounce it? Is it actually a subscription or how do you exactly word that?
Bribe?
Subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank you. Do, 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 do.
Almost done with this field.
Just about there.
How much corn was sitting in there?
In the silage or inside this trailer?
Trailer. Actually took out over half the field, I think.
Almost 3,600. Just under, well, right at 36. You gonna clean up the little bitty pieces?
Hi.
Hello. I'm just doing a donut.
Donuts.
Mmm.
Big Stevie says hey.
Who?
Says hey,
Sorry.
I say hi. What's that?
Oh, you said someone saying hi over there on your side?
Yep.
What is this?
What?
There's something dumped into, I guess, what should be the sugar beet.
What used to be the sugar beets.
Mm-hmm. What'd you
It took
pour on
all.
the? What's poured on the ground?
Remember I said not worth it with that little trailer there?
No.
And remember when I said, uh-oh, Blue's gonna be angry at me? That's
So
what it was.
what is this?
Barley?
So you dumped the barley on the dirt?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Savvy, 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 savvy. You couldn't have driven another 50 yards and put it in the silo.
With that thing, no. That was in
That
the
trailer you
auger
bought that
wagon.
I hate. Yes, I know.
I figured if worse comes to worse, we can just use the, things. You're gonna go sell it right now, aren't you?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know why you buy this thing. What purpose does it have? It's a trailer that
Well,
dumps in another trailer. Really?
when you went and, took the red trailer instead of the forage wagon to pick up chaff, I had to use that trailer to pick up corn. Same thing with what I was doing with the forage wagon and stuff, and you had the semi done. I had 2 trailers full of chaff, and all I took that to unload that combine for you. Let's see, what can we do here? Going down the highway, head out on the highway. Whatever that song goes. Going 3 miles an hour. sell it yet?
Yes.
What do they have for money now?
$859.
Yay, we're out of debt.
Here you go. See, this is a lot better. Hello, Elite.
Hello.
You can try to drive the other piece over here too, see if we can get this picked up.
No.
How's it going? It's going pretty good. Me and Savvy's just having a little bit of a squabble, a choice of equipment.
Well, remember, I picked that like a long time ago.
I know.
Knowing what I know now, I get a few other things that were different. But I also wanted to try out some new equipment that people probably don't, well, I don't want to say people, that I normally don't play with.
I will say, we figured out the conveyor belts things on this multiplayer map with each other. I never knew I could get in the thing like I am right now and personally drive it like a small little car.
Yeah, it's a good way to kill a half an hour to drive about 2 feet.
Don't run over me. What is wrong? Oh, the boom's extended that long. Thank you.
It was awesome. We just like, as soon as we got to that one point, just click.
Okay.
I remember it can hit X and it will turn those tires too, so.
So if I'm right, I just line up like this. There it is. I'm connected. We're flowing up. We're to the top, and we stop, waiting, and there you go. So we're picking it up.
Whatever on my screen, I can't see it dropping down.
I can. I guess that's because I'm on the conveyor belt, so I get to see the entire transfer.
Oh yeah, and probably because of the lag, and I can see the trailer kind of filling up a little bit. Just more kind of flat, not heaped up. And I can see the numbers going up.
So it looks like we have probably about half the pile done so far.
And someone new joined my stream on Twitch
Yep.
at Soko Hitora or something like that. That name is completely butchered.
I can take it out of the bucket. Or I was.
Maybe I did push it back because he had some sitting there that he
True.
couldn't reach.
Looks like we got it. That's. I have to reposition a little bit. Okay, looks like it's all poured in. So that to turn loose. That to lower in the belt.
I went to go pick up this little guy here. He was actually full of silage.
Okay. Turn this around, dump this actually in the silos.
The person that just joined my stream said that your name brought my attention, and I can say the same to you because I can't pronounce that. If you want, you can check out my YouTube channel. I got a bunch more videos on there. Farming sim, drone stuff. Got pictures of my little dog on there.
Okay, so I'm looking at our current inventory. We have 45,000 wheat, a little over 18,000 barley, 30,000 canola, 18,000 sunflower, 37,000 soybean, and 52,000 corn. So, got a little bit of stockpile up.
Yep. My question is will that trailer and the red trailer, or vice versa, will they hook up to each other? I doubt it, but
I think what I would consider the wagon ones, the ones that actually have the front axle that's pivot on them, I think those connect, and the trailer ones, like the ones we have, don't. But I may be wrong.
yeah. Well, that is true, but some of the other ones do connect also. Like I said, that FIGO one, big gray one that was in 15. I forgot if it's in here. I took the big chrono on like a grass run like I did earlier. I had two of those always, because it wouldn't float far enough to hit 3. So, I probably could have towed more and then just swapped out the trailer numbers, but.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everybody that's watching, can like our channel and subscribe to us, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter also. We're both on there.
Yep.
Keep an eye out for other social media stuff that we're finding always. I know that we also both have Facebook. Not that I'm constantly on there. Well, not
What
at
in
least
the
on my.
world?
I told you. Goes and picks up the silage one. Hang on, I'll be right there. Actually, no, bring it over here and put it back in the shed where I had it. It's already full and it won't pick up more. All the way to the shed over there. Not even worth it, the back van. I tried. Did it.
So I have to hook it to the other one to get it off.
It would just be best if you just carted all the way over there, because right now you'd be picking it back up.
Yeah, I am. Putting it back.
Hang on, let me catch up to you. Person that's watching me said that I should add my information to my channel. But apart from that, it's a nice little stream. And I know you got more on there.
The heck are you?
Hey, it worked. I pushed you.
You're not supposed to be pushing me.
Well, get whatever in the bucket, because it's not going for me. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. But yeah, if anybody sees anything that we could change on our channel to make it better, drop a comment or whatever.
I think you have all you're gonna get.
Nope, I just got more.
What's using money?
That's a good question.
Oh, this guy was seeding. So you filled it. Seeded 2 fields with what?
Sunflowers. And the person that's watching me says, I am getting this game to a day and then streaming it.
Cool. Where's this tractor? This one I wanted. Hello, Lise. Welcome back. Or have you been there the entire time just being quiet?
This was a very messy pot, silage or chap or whatever.
Ah,
Mostly mine are a little bit neater. But yeah, if you wanna look us up on YouTube, I know that TXStar or TXStar or TXStar.
TXStar.
Well, that name is pretty easy to find, I guess, and well, YouTube mine is spelled the same way. SAVVYALLOY. And problem with mine is YouTube wants to make it 2 words when it really is one word. So if you click saying no, I want the 1 word answer, then I'm right on top of the list. Are you cultivating that big field too?
I don't know. What do you want to put on it?
I was gonna put something else on it.
We can do that then. I don't need to cultivate it then. Yeah, you already got sunflower on 2 fields.
Hi.
Hello. The field 15 could be weeded. Since I get the other weeder.
I mean, if you wanna cultivate that field and make that tractor seed, so you know we're just not, or so I mean we're not waiting on that 1 seeder to seed 2 seeds then.
Well, I'm getting the other seeder right now, the cultivator slash seeder.
Oh, I suppose because I'm working in the other tractor, so you just can't drop it and go.
Well, we only have 3 tractors right now. So what do you want? Barley, wheat, or canola? We have the weakest in barley.
Whatever you want. Don't forget you also have soybeans, but please do not plant the oilseed radish again.
Oilseed radish coming up.
You know, it would have been fine, but you reminded me of it.
I know.
Planting barley.
Yes, I'm planting barley. Grins and giggles. I'm test something. It shouldn't work, but that's what I thought. It doesn't connect.
What are you doing?
I was just testing, see what if the harvester could back up and connect up. See if I can at least move this stuff around a little bit.
Yeah.
I hooked up the seeder.
Yeah, you found it out like 2 episodes ago.
No.
And yes, it would be cheaper to do the farming yourself rather than hired out the workers, but there's certain jobs here that you can't hire a worker for. But there is course mod called Course Pay.
I don't know if they've got it out for 17 yet.
Yeah.
Have they got it updated yet?
I've always struggled to make it work. I never gave it much time. And yeah, I mean, I just kind of like the corn. We had that going in the cornfield, and we were following with one of these bigger trailers. And like cutting grass, that's something they can do manually. Well, I can have the hired workers. Like right now, it's actually costing us a lot to seed because we didn't buy any fertilizer and fill up the seeders, and we don't have any seed. I mean, we could just buy it like right over here, but I think it comes out to pretty close to the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's why we're also weeding it to save a fertilization step. In 17, they actually have a 3-step fertilization unless you change it, and we have that going on. Wood chipping makes lots of money. I don't really know about that. I haven't played too much of that. Either version. That doesn't have a hitch on it. I should have looked at that first. Better trying to back up all these trailers. Oh, that one doesn't have a hitch on it either.
Do me a favor, Savvy. Jump over in the tractor that's seen on field 23 and tell me how fast it's going.
Field 23.
Mm-hmm. Please.
12, 13.
So it's actually outrunning me.
Yeah, well, the the other tractor's almost done, so probably do some double time there.
Yeah, weeding I think is maximum 7 mile an hour no matter which tractor you use, but the seeders can do 12.
Yep.
So. The biggest thing that'll help the weeder out, as you know, it is actually naturally wider.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a challenge.
What?
Nothing.
What?
That's kind of neat.
Are you busy right now, Savvy?
Not really.
Okay, just stop that tractor. Just hit the H and stop for a minute. Thank you.
Yep.
There's C, it's done.
Yep. I'm already in it. Boy, it got quiet lately, eh?
Yeah. How long have we even been streaming, do you know?
2.5 hours.
Uh, that's probably why. I know
Oh,
you got school in the morning. We'll probably go ahead and get these fields seeded and call it into the stream.
yeah.
That's where I'm
And
thinking
and
for an endpoint.
that's why everybody has to follow us and subscribe to us so they can get the notifications that hey, we're going online. That's when a lot of the good stuff is talked about. Just kind of feels weird to revisit something times, right?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, you gotta hit that like button and subscribe button, click on a little bell and say, hey, I want notifications and
Also
whatnot.
follow on Twitter. I do try to send out a tweet when I start to stream. I'm not the best at remembering all the time, but at least I try.
Person that's watching me says it feels nice to help out streamers with less followers.
Yes, it is
And
nice.
I've been doing this for maybe 2 years, like streaming, but I haven't really kept up a schedule. Uh, Kept up a better schedule on YouTube, but even that I've been kind of spotty on. That's probably my biggest issue. And I'm gonna be working on editing my videos more in the future, so put out a little bit better product. But thanks for the help, and actually I'm kind of curious because it sounds like you're a streamer. What do you stream? You see, I had that tractor going crossways.
Mm-hmm. Made it where I didn't have to go the full distance.
Yep, and that's also decreasing your time for going back and forth.
I agree. I'm not arguing.
I think it's kind of a smart idea. But then again, that's me being me.
About the only other thing you'd done was, is when I came down there and I made the turn, is when you got done going that one way, it's just did loop back and done the next strip one in on me.
Yeah. Let's see. Person streams rhythm games, Robocraft, Flight Simulator X, retro games. That's kind of like me almost. People ask me on what kind of games I play. I tell them anything from Farming Simulator to GTA 5. Everything in the middle, I'll try almost anything once. I already have a list of games that I want to buy when they go on sale. Right now, money's kind of tight, but
You have to do what you can on a college budget, though.
yep. One thing that we gotta do, and that Luis is probably gonna bug us about more, is set up our Patreon account.
Oh yeah.
So does it feel like you're making time versus against the Cedar by me doing that, or not?
It will, because you've got so much of it done now. But the fact that the Cedar just passed me at the same time, it's like, really? But you are making it shorter because he's still got to go
Yeah.
that entire distance past you and come back.
Yep. And uh, Blue Star or Texas Star is from Texas. I'm actually from Wisconsin.
So do a turn to the left, Savvy, and then just follow me. One step in, because that'll almost finish this entire field.
Okay.
Iowa. Is that where Brad's from? Up there in Iowa somewhere?
Oh, he is from Ohio.
Ohio, sorry.
Iowa is potatoes.
I thought that was Idaho, was potatoes.
Yes. It is 1:30 in the morning.
I know, it's pretty late.
So I used the hard mode that I tried to turn on the tractor.
Oh. No, we're not playing hard mode. Not for the multiplayer. Imagine where we'd be if we were playing hard mode. As much as, I mean, you don't really get to get together because it's only our fourth time we've been able to link up and stream.
Well, yeah, and also, like I said, I wanted to try out some different equipment and stuff, and like the harvester is fully upgraded.
So
Oh,
were you coming down for the last strip or no?
no, I was gonna, and then I saw you, like, you're almost to the end anyways. Person says, hopefully I can at least bring in some of my followers, which, by the way, I have 257.
Wow. Thank you and be much appreciated.
Yep, anything. Kind of curious to where you're from and how to pronounce your name. If I don't know if you're even a guy or a girl with that kind of name. I know that Texas Star and we also have played Minecraft on a live stream and
American Truck Simulator.
some Let's Play and yeah, American Truck Simulator.
Other than that, we've recorded other Minecraft videos. We've recorded Elite Dangerous together.
Yeah, and Elite Dangerous is something that we can't stream because just I tried to live stream it one time and it was not happy. And they say UK, and I'm a male to female transgender. My mouth didn't want to work there.
Agree, Lees. We should have done that.
What you saying?
We should have copied our links to each other's YouTube page and dropped it in the description before we started the streams.
Yeah, that's what I think this person over here was saying, is that we should have put our contact info on Twitch. Guess I haven't. I mean, I played on Twitch, before YouTube had their stream, and then I kind of went to YouTube for a bit, and I still wasn't really doing it that much.
Yep.
Kind of going back and forth a little bit to see if I want to make videos or stream. Hey, there's benefits of both, because I like to just sit and play games for hours on hours on hours. But on the other hand, you got to keep playing. You can't get up and do something else.
Yep.
Well, and of course, if you're making your own videos, then you probably don't want to swear or anything on the live stream. I suppose you can. It's your live stream, but some people might not like that.
Right. Well, welcome to the stream, Jansen38, and wow, I'm gonna call you Roland because I think I'm gonna slaughter that first name. Oh, looks like one more pass, so 2 passes left to complete this field, and then we need to seed field 15. What do you think we should put up on field 15? Soybeans at 37,000 and canolas at 30,000. Wheat's at 45.
What about soybeans?
Put soybeans up there.
I don't think you told me what soybeans was.
37,000. Canola's 30 and soybeans 37.
What's barley?
Barley's the weak one at 18, but we just did this our largest field in barley. Field 23 is barley. I agree with you, Lees, and hopefully when we're done with the live stream, if you're still on, I would like to chit chat to you about it, because I had a little bit of an issue earlier in my live stream. So that I want to discuss Nightbot with you a little bit. Probably if Brad's still up, talk to him to it, because I really needed Nightbot running tonight.
Looks like Brad and Annalise are on TeamSpeak, but Brad's just been, ever since the stream, has just been kind of hanging out in that stream channel. Kind of surprised he didn't go back up to the lobby.
I don't know. He may be streaming again. He may have kicked off another stream.
Maybe. We have
I know
1,000 in the bunker. More than Magellan has, actually.
Yeah, I know Brad's a big YouTuber. For those of you who's never heard of Brad M73, and I know he lost about a week and a half, or at least a week that I know of, that he was down, flew with the sick on a lot of his YouTube.
Down with the sick.
Well, what was weird is I go down for surgery. You have to go into surgery, and then also he falls sick, and for like a few days, Savvy and a few other people that hang out in the channels are like, okay, Brad's gone, Blue's gone, or Texas is gone. I call myself both names. Oh.
I don't call him either name. I call him TXStar.
It's the abbreviation for Texas and the star, my favorite shape. How hard is it, Savvy? Come on.
Well, it's Blue Star, or Texas Star, or TXS Star. If you look, you got a capital T, a capital X, and a capital S. Then what's the rest of Star? Tar. TXS Star.
Yes, TXStar. You're right.
TXS Tar. Which, kind of goes in with it because, I mean, you're kind of in the oil industry, I guess.
Hopefully I
Tar's
will.
kind of oily.
Hopefully I will get out of the oil industry before this year's up.
Said that last year.
Well,
Now you're getting married.
yes I am, and I got a little bit more motivation to get it done this year. In a little over 5 months, I'll actually be coming home to a wife every evening.
Instead of a savvy.
I may stop by and say hi after I've been married for about a month.
Oh, I'm just saying about, back in the good old days when I used to work the third shift.
Mm-hmm.
They hang out every morning until about 10 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed, and wake up and do it all over again.
Thanks, Pam. Yeah, I am actually engaged. We're planning our wedding this coming summer. So I'm giving up the single life, gonna figure out what it's like to be married and hitched up and have you ever noticed some of these tractors when they're seeding, they go all the way to the edge of the field and others don't?
I know some tractors had like a different turning radius.
Uh-huh.
And, well, not even that. It's like I know this tractor on one end of the field did like a big horseshoe, and then at the other end he did a K turn, and sometimes he screwed that up, and tractors would get stuck and whatever. I noticed that
Mm-hmm. I
my
think
Let's Play when I was doing the big field.
I think it's just something with the programming. Something about the edge of the field with the different pieces of equipment. That they just get it off a little bit. Because you can have the same piece of equipment and go to another field and it won't have that glitch, but the next field over it'll do it. It's like it's a field to field, equipment to equipment. It's the synchronization of everything together.
Yeah, but probably what you don't see is there's probably like if you put it to it this way, the field's probably like a big hit box. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, how does it know where the end of the field is? Because I know it's like when I'm cutting grass and hiring workers for that. When they get to the end, they actually slow down a lot before they go, and hit the end hit the end of the field. But I've also noticed, like when I join fields, they ignore that then.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, it goes to like you were just saying, the hitbox. How many other different games have we played, and it's like, no, 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 I hit that, or I didn't hit that. I'm free and clear. It's like the silage bunker we're having issues with right now. We dumped it inside the silage bunker. That's a concrete wall. Nothing should get through it. The silage is 3 foot on the outside of the wall. It's there's just so many fine details that we see, and we have something to say about it, but at the same time, we're not the actual programmer on the other end doing the work.
well, yeah, and just take a look at when you're harvesting corn or pretty much any other crop. I mean, there might be nothing there, but a line that can see how it's fertilized. and you go around and you take it off, and oh hey, look, there's something actually there.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with corn. With it not being exactly on where the stalk is, like where the stalk is before the animation. And
Yep.
actually, I think they improved it a lot for this version.
Or the other thing we can go back to is I think it was our episode number 2. I'm sitting there staring at the field and saying, the field's done or not done. And you're sitting there saying it is done. And I'm like, or we were opposite of each other. It's like, and it wasn't just a lag issue. It was just physical aspects of how it was calculated.
I know on Brad's server, we actually saw that too, and I mean everybody had to see the field, uh, if the field was ready to be harvested, or else I mean I saw plenty of fields that were ready to be harvested, and
Mm-hmm.
I got back and they just weren't there, or I got back and it's like it wasn't. The person that's watching me is says enjoy the host from me. But hopefully we can play this game a bit longer. I'm actually getting pretty tired, so
Yep. I'm
enjoy this and
actually
gives.
on the last pass right now to finish up this field. I'm double check the ends, make sure because it's that field with the angle. No whiskey. We are both me and Savvy play on PC. I don't remember. Did 15? Did the brake lights work on the trailer?
Yep, brake lights and turn signals.
I don't remember. Hello, big dog. 123. Welcome to the stream. So field 15 is seated. Field 23 is seated. 14 and 19 are done. Actually, go to the map here and double check everything. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Yes, so all 4 of the fields that we do own are seeded. And I think we got to put 19 in, so we need to do a growth stage and then weed it all. So,
We gotta weed it all anyways.
oh yeah. I'd argue on that.
But some, because of me, I've gotta weed it twice. But hey, at least it's not over fertilized like planting oilseed radish. I can almost feel I can almost feel you rolling your eyes at me.
I'm not rolling my eyes at you.
Are you sure? Because I felt the Earth's gravity shift.
Ah, what?
So person asked, which game is better, Farming Sim 15 or 17? I'd say
7.
17, because of the graphics. Like I said, with the, oh, except for that lag. Uh, like here, I mean, 2000 in 15 is just kind of like a big sliver, and here it's just like a lot more rugged and more realistic. I can also dump crops on the ground, which we did earlier. Cows are harder to take care of. You know, they require some grass. I'll put the screen.
Well, actually,
Uh,
I can do one up on that, Savvy. I'm going to drive over here to the water crossing. Now, it won't be exactly the same, guys, because the stream video versus my recording video is going to be slightly different. But I think it's in my episode 2 of Farming Simulator 15 Gold Edition. So it should be like season 2, episode 2. You can go to it, and there's going to be a point in that video where I'm sitting here, pretty much in the spot where I am right now, and you can do a water comparison between Farming Simulator 15 and 17 in just the graphics. You know, you can see the water density, how they got algae growth in it, how well you can and can't see through the water, the reflection of it, and that'll give you an
I'll be over there in a
example.
minute.
That'll give you an example of, how the graphics between the two different games have changed.
Well, that and like I said, you can dump crops everywhere. On the ground. There's also new crops, soybeans. There's also new animals, pigs. I can still do cows and sheep. But except for the sheep, I mean, the cows got to kind of give them a balanced diet of silage and mixed rations, and put the straw in there, and your grass or hay. Pigs, you need canola or wheat, all the different grain types, corn. Make them happy and reproduce. Uh, yeah. And the channel names are. Oh, we got TXStar here. I don't know if that says on Twitch or not.
Yes, please do not go by the name you're seeing on screen. This was my game character name when me and Savvy started this, and then I switched my YouTube name. It's TXStar.
Capital
So
T, capital X, capital S,
I'll,
and TAR.
I'll get Savvy to put a link to my video once we're done streaming, and I'll do the same.
Yep.
So you going for a
And
swim, or are you actually drowning? You're under the water. You sank.
oh yeah, I'm on top of the water.
No, when you come to me, your character's gonna go under the water. Yeah, your character completely goes under on my screen. You're completely submerged.
Go. Yeah, jump,
No?
jump, 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 jump. Out the window.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like you're, I don't know, halfway merged. Anyways, my
Oh,
channel is Savvy Alloy. Pretty much the same way it's spelled wherever you see it. SAVVYALLOY. Thing on YouTube is when you go and look for me, it wants to say 2 words, and you got to say no, I want 1 word because there's no space in Savvy Alloy. So there's that. Again, we can also put links in Twitch and wherever.
anything else you want to get done today, Savvy?
Well, I just put some more chaff in the thing, but other than that, it's pretty much waiting.
Yep. So.
Ooh, almost drove into the water. Almost did that again. And yeah, I can get you the links if you stay on a little bit after we're done. It kind of sounds like Boo wants to be done pretty soon.
Well, we've been streaming a little over 2.5 hours. It's probably getting close to 3 by now.
It is. It just rolled over to 3 hours and 1 minute, 19 seconds.
So I'm about ready to take a break. I know I'm getting a little sore sitting here, and unfortunately, I am kind of still.
So I wouldn't feel bad.
I'm still kind of limited on how long I can sit. So, you coming back to the main field or what?
I'm at the farm.
Oh, I see ya. Well, thanks for driving, attempting to run over me.
I drove underneath you.
I know.
But yeah, it's a Savvy Alloy and
TXStar.
Usar, aka TXStar or TSXStar. Hit that like button and subscribe or follow. Find us on Twitter. When I tipped the bucket up, you actually picked the back tires off the ground.
I'm that
Tractor's
heavy.
slowly
Cool,
tipping,
thanks.
actually. Huh?
I'm that heavy, huh?
When you're up there, the tractor was slowly tipping. Yeah, hit that like button, follow button, little heart button. I know is on Twitter.
Yep.
Picking up the back tires. Time for Blue to lose some weight. Says he try sitting for 5 hours on a flight and flight sim. Yeah, I've heard of that, and we've actually streamed for what 5-6 hours for one night.
We have done that, and I understand that, but I'm not going to go into major details. But I had surgery on my lower back, and it still tingles and hurts. So, um, thanks again. As Savvy just got finished saying, guys, hit the follow buttons, the like buttons, the subscription buttons based on which channel you're watching us from. We appreciate it all. We got some links to post and some work to be doing. So thanks for watching. And this is TXStar signing out.
Yep. See you later.
Bye bye.